Hello everyone, my name is Siti Nur Ezrina binti Hamizak. My metric number is 256690. I am a student from Bachelor of Entrepreneurship, minoring Travel and Tourism. Okay, in this podcast video, I am going to talk about the human resource management. Based on my point of view, human resources is used to describe both the people who work for a company or organization and the department responsible for managing all matters related to employees, who collectively represent one of the most valuable resources in any businesses or organization. But do you know why the human resources is important in the company? This is because human resources department is doing their job in recruitment, including interviewing and selecting new hires, is their responsibility. This is also include how to monitor the personal resources to determine when recruitment is necessary to benefit the company. Human resources is also important to clarify the sources of personnel expense, to interpret numeric data, and to optimize operations where required. Another reason is the budget control. Human Resources Department develops methods for trimming the costs associated with workforce management, thus curbing excessive spending and helping to save the company money in the long run. This method may include negotiating better rates for employee benefits such as healthcare insurance and others. In addition, the Human Resources Department studies and analyzes employment trends, the labor market, and the salaries based on job function to ensure the company's wages are competitive and realistic. Last but not least, we can say that the reason why human resources is important is training and development. Human resource specialists conduct assessment for the company's employees in order to determine the type of training and skills employees must have to properly and efficiently perform their duties. Although it is important to ensure that all employees have the qualifications and skills necessary to meet the demands of a position, new company or businesses in the expanding stage may especially benefit from identifying training needs for existing employees. Okay, that is one of the reasons of the human resource department is important in playing their roles in an organization or companies. Okay, next we will move to the functions of human resource management. And do you know what is the function? Let's see. The managerial function of staffing involves managing the organization structure through proper and effective selection, appraisal, and development of the personnel to fill the roles assigned to the employers or workforce. It is important because the managerial act along with planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. The operations of these four functions depend the manpower which is available through staffing function. The second one is performance management. What about performance management? Performance management is the process of ensuring that a set of activities and outputs meets an organization goals in an effective and efficient manner. It can focus the performance of an organization, a department, an employee, or the processes in place to manage particular tasks. Move to human resource development. They are not only functioning in training and development, but they are also organizing the development. They are the career planning. They are the career development in the HR functions in the management. Move to the compensation. Compensation is the total cash and non-cash payments that you give to an employee in exchange for their work that they do for your business. Usually, it's involving direct financial compensation, which is monetary compensation, and indirect financial, which is employee benefits. And also, we have a non-financial compensation, which is a person received from the job itself or from the psychological and or physical environment in which the person works. Okay, that's all for the human resource function, even though there are so many functions in the book, but that is one of my point of view. So let's move to the who perform human resource management activities. First, we have human resource professional. Second, we have line managers. And third, we have human resource outsourcing. And the fourth, we have professional employer organization, PEO. We have executive, we have generalists and specialists. That is HR professionals that we can know their works in the human resource activities. Is it true that human resources is a strategic business partner in the dynamic environment? Let's see. What is dynamic human resource management environment? It is included a legal consideration, labor market, society, political parties, unions, shareholders, and competition. What is that? To take an example, labor market is where the potential employees located within the geographic area from which employers are normally recruited comprise the labor market. The capabilities of a firm's employees determine to a large extent how well organization can perform its mission. Another example is a shareholder. Who is a shareholder? There are the owners of a corporation that are called shareholders. Because of this shareholder, they have the money in the firm. They have invested in the firm. So they have an influence and can justify the merits of programs in terms of how it will affect the future project. It is including the costs, revenues, profits, and even benefits to the society as a whole. For your information, in the human resource management, there are a role which they building a corporate culture and employer branding. What is that? Corporate culture refers to the beliefs and behaviors that determine how a company's employees and management interact and handle outside business transactions. It is implied, not expressly defined, and develops organically over time from cumulative traits of the people the company hires. Meanwhile, employer branding is the process of managing and influencing your reputation as an employer among job seekers, employees, and key stakeholders. It encompasses everything you do to position your organization as an employer of choice. If you are planning to have a own company or created a new company, the HR department need to have a startup checklist and take time to implement each aspect that suits your business need, which is they can establish organizational design, establish onboarding and recruiting procedures. They also can outline the regulation for compliance, safety, and health, and determine compensation and benefits, also maintain employee relationship, develop a training programs and performance management methods, and also use a human resource information system. They also can prepare for the audits and also create an action plan for the company. If we are not minoring or majoring in human resource management, we can be thinking that human resource management is suitable to be as our career in the future. Last but not least, in this podcast, I will tell you about the roles and responsibilities of the HR. As the HR, they need to keep the HRM function focused on tracking and implementing new trends in industry. They also need to focus in helping the line management to implement improvement. And they need to focus on operational excellence. And also, they need to be responsible for developing the human capital potential in the organization. Meanwhile, for the human resources responsibility list, there are top function and responsibilities, which is hiring, recruiting, and retention. They also have the vision, value, and branding, and employee advocacy and conflict resolution. They also are responsible to have a vision for employee benefits, compensation and evaluations, training and development, employee records and performance review, employee incentive, compliance and termination. Those are the easier way for us to understanding what is their responsibility in the company as the human resources. As for the summary, in the chapter 1, I learned on how to explain why the managers need to understand the basic HRM. I also learn on how to help in meet management challenges to improve the organizational revenues. Learn on how we can know and describe the major human resource management discipline areas. Learning on how to recall the primary difference between line and staff managers by their major HR responsibilities. I also know how to summarize the major skill set of HRM, which include the technical skills, interpersonal skills, and conceptual and design skills and business skills. Okay, then that's all from me, and I hope you enjoy hearing my podcast. And thank you for lending your ears for me. Bye.